Hey folks, just a little help installing a bottom bracket on a carbon frame. This is a 2014 stump jumper carbon comp FSR, full suspension obviously. And I found the bottom bracket thing a little complicated. I haven't worked on mountain bikes in 20 years, but anyway, now with these modern bikes, it got a little more complicated. Anyway, the bottom bracket is this bearing assembly, in case you didn't know, and this is a PF30, stands for press fit, PF30, 30 millimeter, and it is just plastic cups with the bearings inserted from SRAM. Now, I put the new one in already, but I wanted to give you guys some advice real quick because I found it pretty complicated and I didn't want to damage this frame. As you know, they're kind of expensive. And basically, I bought the bearing removal tool. It's a barrel that fits in, expands, and then you can tap it from the other side and the bearing comes out. I would recommend some sort of tool just so you're not swinging at your carbon frame and doing any damage. The bearing assembly is pretty simple. It's labeled with an L for left side and an R for right side, so that helps you decide, determine which cup goes where. And then you want to press it in when you do the installation. All I did was clean the frame out real good with soap and water and then wipe it down with alcohol. They say you don't need any epoxy, glue, Loctite, or grease, nothing. So these are all the things that I had to learn the hard way after a number of calls and some bad information, ordering the wrong bearings and so forth, and doing the wrong type of pressing. Which I didn't do. Luckily, I got educated first. The thing you want to do is you want to press these bearings with a bearing press like this. You might even get simpler and just use a bolt and some washers, but you're not supposed to press the bearing on the bearing itself. So this bearing press is actually not designed properly for this situation. So what I did is I used my old bottom bracket and I inserted it into my bearing press, and now I was able to use these lips to press the new lips in. So now I was pushing my bearing in lip to lip, which is the way you're supposed to do it. You can use your bearing press and do it this way because it all fit up actually pretty well and it was real simple. So those are a couple things you need to know. Don't press the bearing on the bearing, press it on the lip. You don't need epoxies or glue. Bearing press helps. And bearing removal tool of some sort so you're not doing damage. This is kind of a barrel that expands. The only other trick I had was the crank itself. This little slack adjuster. You have a little tiny Allen bolt down on the lip here, and you spin it in towards the crank when you install it, and then you spin it out to take up the slack. Those are the few things that I thought were complicated and I couldn't figure out for a while, even though I called all the companies involved. So again, no epoxy, no glue. I got the bearings off of eBay. They came from backcountry. SRAM PF30 bottom brackets. I got the tools from Wheels Manufacturing, and I hope it helps. Thank you very much.